and I'd hate everyone.
Oh, well, coming forward a little bit from when my sister-in-law, I went off work because I had to be at home with my family. I wanted to spend time with Jackson.
Yeah.
And I went off work. My sister-in-law set up a Just Giving account. I don't know if I've told you about this. She set up a Just Giving account so we could take Jackson to places that a 2-year-old or 1-year-old with a year to live wanted to go, like Disney and all this stuff.
Yeah, of course.
All the Peppa Pig worlds and all this stuff. And I got some man sent me a message saying, I've just put £1,000 in your Just Giving account.
Whoa.
You don't know me, I don't know you, but I'm someone that cares. And that changed my whole life.
Jeez.
Was that the bloke? I don't know if you've seen Afterlife by Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
Do you know, that was me, right? I used to walk around going, fuck you, but what are you going to do? You're not, I don't care if you don't like me, But when that man gave that £1,000, it wasn't the fact that he gave me money, it was the fact, was that the bloke I just swore at the other day? Was that the bloke who nearly crashed into my car and I called him a wanker? And I just thought, no, just because they're shit at driving don't make them a bad person.
No.
I'm shit at a lot of things. It don't make me a bad person.
Yeah, of course.
And that's how I sort of tried to, like the other week I was driving and someone hit me up the backside.
Oh,
and bam,
no.
I got out. The lady's bawling her eyes out. I said, don't worry about it. I said, if I open the back doors and the bumper falls off, we'll go for insurance. If I open the back doors and nothing comes off, let's just crack on. That's what insurance is for.
Yeah.
So I just drove off. I hadn't done the back, nothing fell off. And so it's just trying to understand the decisions you make, and if you take a wrong turn and you go, bloody, just take a deep breath, turn around and think, and that stress leaves your body. And I've just learned this over the years.
I've become much more like that, especially over the last year when I just had a bit of a meltdown and I just thought I can't be doing with it. No, everyone's in their own battle of some sort, and everyone makes mistakes, and the thing that I read was that you can only control what you think and what you do. You can't control anything else.
No.
So what's the point in getting bothered about it?
Exactly. Yeah, and I mean, you can. It's a lot of people have helped me and my family, and how can I be? When I thought it was personal. For some reason I thought, what have I done? What have I? I've tried to be a good person all this time. Why don't I? And one of my mates said to me, "Shit things happen to good people."
Yeah.
After he said that, I wanted to go and kill someone. Like why? There maybe nothing else would happen to me because I've tried to be good, and this has happened.
Yeah.
I was like, right, I don't want to be a good person anymore. But as time goes on, you start to. I'm quite happy to give tramps to go and buy them food, homeless, and it's. Whether if they're on the street and they're I like doing it now. I like. Are you hungry, mate? Yeah, I try.
See, this is kind of why I wanted to get you on,
right?
Because actually, you're really positive and lovely.
Yeah, amazing.
And you've been through this terrible thing, and you're still going through it, but you are still really kind of generous. Yeah, generous with yourself and your thoughts and your feelings.
A lot of these people haven't asked to be there, and that's the thing. They've not asked to be there. Some people want to live on the street. That's what they do. I know for a fact I've spoken to someone and said, "Why don't you go? There's help out there. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?" And I'm quite happy. But the people that are struggling, they're hungry. I mean, but it's the ones that I was at Fenchurch. I live Liverpool Street, Fenchurch, and I was getting something to eat, and one of the homeless men come to me and said, "Can you got some money for food?" I said, "Pick something, pick a meal, and I'll buy it for you."
Amazing.
And he went, "No, can I just have the money?" I said, "Look, I haven't got money to give you for whatever. I don't know whether it's
cards.
Yeah. I said, "But I'm here in the queue. Pick something and I'll buy it for you." And I turned around and he was gone.
Yeah.
I tried to help and he didn't want help. So that's I'm not going to judge him. I'm not going to.
There's when I go to and from work, I walk past the Tesco's, and there's always one or the other homeless guy sitting by the car park, and if I've got change, I'll give it to him. Yeah. But I always kind of stop and go, "How you doing? You all right?" And it's just so true. You look for the human in people.
Yeah, because they're all, after, and it sounds horrible, after a shave and a wash, you can be just like everyone else. Do you know what I mean? Just because you haven't been able to wash for a few days, it doesn't make you a bad person.
No, not at all. Everyone's got their situations, isn't they? They're going through.
But the amazing thing is, we was in, you probably see from my Facebook that, in April, Jackson was really ill. He got sent, we got rushed to, it takes me about an hour and 20 minutes to drive to Great Ormond Street from here, and we got to him to Basden. We was there in 35 minutes from Basden. They put a tube down his throat, and it basically, they breathed for him. You know, his lungs were sticky and he had 5 different infections. Yeah, really, we were told we would lose him when we got there. And they found all these different infections. His lungs were sticking. But the shocking thing is, as you walk, you know, I go into breakdown mode. It's my son, you know. I go into, like, I won't eat, won't drink. My wife goes the other way. She's the strong one. I sort of flake and sort of crumble. Yeah. And I'm in bits. I can't sleep. They put us in emergency accommodation, and I couldn't do nothing. You know, I was up. I had to go, you know. And then, but the amount of homeless around Great Ormond Street, do you know, it's just one small part of London. Yeah. I only walked around the block, and there's got to be, it's more than I've ever seen.
Yeah, I did some work at Moorfields just behind there, and it's crazy.
I don't know.